I'm here today at Ash's Farm Sanctuary, tackling some larger than normal creatures that I'm taking photographs of for a new series. I visited Ash's at the end of 2019 and I was actually inspired to become vegan after I'd visited here. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been kind of getting a bit more conscious about where my food's coming from and starting to be a bit more conscious about the impact of the dairy industry. But what really cemented it for me was meeting the two baby calves that they've got here, Luna and Murdoch. And after spending a little bit of time with those two, the vegan deal was very much sealed for me. I'm here shooting a series of portraits of the farm animals because I would like to encourage people to see the images and actually start to make that connection again of where our food actually comes from. I think we have totally disassociated the meat in the supermarket and the milk and the yogurt and the cheese and everything in the supermarket. We've totally disassociated with where that actually comes from. A lot of the reasoning behind my decision to go vegan was the fact that I'm not comfortable with and I'm not prepared to have food that I consume have caused suffering for the animals that it's made from. I'm not okay with consuming animal products that animals have suffered their whole lives. It's not okay anymore. So that was kind of the animal welfare reasoning was behind my vegan decision, and Murdoch and Luna very much cemented that for me. So the images I'm shooting today of the animals here, very much kind of eyes to camera portraits, very much my style of photography, really to invite people looking at the images to actually take a moment to connect with the animals as individuals. You'll have seen from the footage that we've got here that they're all very inquisitive, they're all very playful, and they've all got they really got their own individual they've all got their own individual personalities, which is very much what I'd like to bring across in the images. And what I'd like people viewing the images to do is to just make that connection with the animals as individual sentient beings and the food we consume. And perhaps these images might inspire you to make better buying decisions if you're buying meat and dairy products, perhaps choosing more ethically sourced and ethically raised meat and dairy products, just seeing the animals and kind of making that connection with them as creatures that feel and are inquisitive. The images are going to be available to buy as prints, and a percentage of the proceeds from the print sales will come back to Ash's. So just to tell you a little bit about that, the animals here at Ash's are all rescued animals. Babe, who we spent some time photographing today, actually kind of somehow fell off the back of a slaughter truck in KZN and was rescued and luckily found her way to Ash's, where she can live out the rest of her piggy days, rolling around in the mud, which she seemed to like doing a lot of. There's Bev the goat, who came from an SPCA, who is in fact Babe's bestie. There's Mr. T, who is a very big male dairy cow, which we don't see very often because they very rarely make it to the size and age that Mr. T is. You've seen Basil the goat, you've seen chickens, and of course Luna and Murdoch, the two little calves who actually inspired this whole thing. So they'll be available to buy on my online shop. You can catch the link at the end of the video. And I hope this has inspired you with a little bit of food for thought, quite literally.